Hello everybody, Jerry here. There's a few things I want to say. First off, my son is on the high school lacrosse team. He's a junior, and he doesn't hardly get on the playing field. For whatever reason, maybe the talent level isn't there. The coaches feel like he's going to be a liability rather than an asset on the field. But nobody works harder than my son. Nobody leaves it on the field more than my son. In school, he has 0 absences and 0 tardies on his report card. 0. He's never missed a day of school. He's never been late for a class. That's discipline. And he takes that discipline and he applies it to not only his school, but in practice too. He makes sure he's on practice on time. He works hard. He's disciplined, and he does everything he can to help the team. But he does not hardly ever play in the games. He had one vision: to score a goal. That's all he wanted to do, was get one goal. And he came home Friday after practice excited because he was told by the coaching staff that most of the starters are going to rest and everybody's going to play. That's what it was going to be about. So he said, "Dad, I'm probably going to start tomorrow." So what did I do? I got my camcorder out, I got my tripod out, and I taped the entire game because I was waiting for him to get in. So if he was going to score a goal, I was going to get it on tape. And he didn't ask me to do that. That was me. I did that. So I can see him on the sideline the entire time with a stick in his hand, his helmet, thinking, when's my chance? When's my chance? And I know that's what was going through his mind. And it was the same thing. All the starters played the entire game. When the game was out of reach, it was such a lopsided score, like it always is. And UE was getting blown out. That's when my son, finally in the fourth quarter with about 5 minutes left, got in the game. And he works hard, he hustles, and whatever the reason is that the coaching staff does not find value in my son's contribution to the team, I don't know what that is, because in my opinion, what I've learned is the only way to get better is to compete. And I don't know, but I don't question the coaches. It's not my team. It's not my responsibility. But I am saying what my son went through. And he was really disappointed when he came home. And, he didn't get the opportunity that was promised by the coaches. From what he said, that the starters are going to rest and everybody's going to play. And that's not what happened. So he was, really, I guess, but he bounced back right away. The season's over, and he's now ready for the next phase. And that is, him and I are in monster mode training for the Adirondacks. And my son is also training for his future. He is the most disciplined, hardworking person that I know. Nobody outworks him, nobody outperforms him. And he comes home and he tells me how there's no discipline on the team and we're not pushed to do better. And there's no conditioning. It's the same old thing. And so he always just tried to do his best. He always hustles. So, that's that. But unfortunately, he didn't realize his vision of at least scoring a goal this year. So, he's working. Now he's focused on the Adirondacks. And that's where I am too. So this is where all the hard work, this is the test. This is the test. The hard work is going to pay off, because it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. And I'm just going to keep pushing myself and get to the mindset of I am unstoppable. There is nothing that's going to stop me. And I know there's nothing that's going to stop my son. And, all too often in that friggin' the New York State school system, at least the one I worked in, it's like these, the kids overall, in my opinion, are taught to, feel safe. This is a safe space. Avoid danger, avoid chaos, stay in your protective little bubble, be careful, don't face adversity, hide. That's pathetic. That is friggin' pathetic. And I think it's ridiculous advice to not push young adults out of their comfort zone. So, but I've always pushed my son out of his comfort zone. And I took him all off of all the ridiculous special ed stuff. I'm talking about my son. I'm not talking about anybody else's kid. I'm talking about my son. He was on all this special ed. I don't even know what they call it. And they set up a structure where they They were spoon feeding my son the answers. And he didn't have to study because they were making sure he passes. Whether it was by his efforts or somebody basically leading him to the answer. So I took him off all of it as his parent. And I said, you're going to have to work for it. If your grades suffer, you're not going to be able to play sports. Or you can go back into programs. So he buckled down and he works hard. He's not distracted. He gets to his classes on time. He shows up on time. He's disciplined. So that's that's the values that I taught him. And now he teaches me a lot. He went from being a student to a mentor because I look at him and I'm like, this kid's unstoppable, and he motivates me. So he's in life. Trust me, life is not easy for him. Life is not easy for him. It's not. He's got it tough. So that's that. Anyway, Godspeed, man. I'm motivated. I'm focused. I'm locked in. And we're going to get this done. All right. Follow, all that stuff. And see you soon. Love you and stay motivated. Get out of your freaking comfort zone. Do the hard shit. Envision it and clear your mind. Create emptiness inside so the void gets filled. That's what you got to do. Create emptiness within and then fill the void. It'll come. You just got to meditate on it. Don't think about it. Just meditate on it and the answers will come. All right. God bless.